Good evening, everyone. My name is Muhammad Kubaib Ahmed Guraya. My student ID is 2303841. We are four members, me, Raja Rahid, Mas, and Arkam. Today, we will be representing a case study titled Financial Literacy and Funding Challenges. Our aim is to explore the main reasons why many small businesses struggle and what can be done to support them better. Slide 2, please. In this slide 2 is introduction, the case study, financial literacy and funding challenges. Yeah, and let's start with the core idea of our study. Many small businesses failed not because of a bad business idea, but due to the poor financial literacy and lack of access to fundings. According to OECD 2018 and the World Bank in 2022, these are two major reasons why behind small businesses closures. One key issue we find we found is that traditional training programs just do not work well. Forbes Business Council in 2024 says that they do not prepare people for real world financial problems. So our purpose is simple. We want to improve financial knowledge and introduce better fundings, solutions that actually help entrepreneurs. In this slide, I cover content management challenges, key issues, and the purposes. And the key issues I discuss traditional training programs have limited impact, yeah. And the purpose, our purpose of this approach is to train people about finance and teach them the funding solutions. Slide 3, please. Yeah. The slide 3 is scope and approach. The title is research theoretical framework. Yeah. In this slide, I will cover perspectives, taken, theoretical and framework, and the next one is key research areas. According to this slide, I will cover the scope and approaches theoretical framework. We have approached this study from three main perspectives. The first is entrepreneurs, second one is policymakers, and the third one is financial institution. According to the entrepreneurs who need better money management skills, and the second one is that I was say policymakers, and in policymakers who can create better education policies, and the third one is financial institutions who must take fundings more accessible, and the next one is we use two frameworks. In this whole process we use two frameworks here: financial literacy models by Lusardi and Mitchell in 2014 and SME's growth strategies World Economic Forum 2023. Finally, we focused on three research areas, and the three research areas are how OECD programs are designed, what real challenges business face, and the simple, actionable ideas to help these groups. In this slide, I cover perspective terms, takes what terms I will take, yeah, theoretical and framework used, and the key research area. Yeah. Now, my friend Raja Rahil present the next one slide. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Raja Rahil Ahmed, student ID 2303791, and today I'm going to present the financial literacy gaps. Understanding the problem, financial literacy gaps in business. Let's talk about why financial literacy matters so much. So, many small businesses owners struggle with basic money management. So, this problem leads to the losses, debts, and eventually business failure. So, what we are exploring, I'm going to discuss the reason. We were looking at how OECD programs work in different countries and whether they really help to reduce financial mistakes or not. This matters because a lack of financial knowledge has caused business to fail. OECD 2018, small businesses are vital to the economy. So why they are vital? And most training programs do not reflect real business challenges. So I'm going to discuss the next slide. It's going to be clear. Next slide, please. OECD financial training, what works and what doesn't work. So these challenges are, now let's look at how OECD trains people. Yes, their programs focus on budgeting, managing risk, and smart decisions. So, but there are clear challenges. Classroom style training doesn't prepare people for real life problems. Many people can't apply what they learn once they face real issues. So the OECD have financial plan to help small businesses and to manage finances. And however, there are some success stories as well. In Europe, financial education is included in a small sport. This is taken by the European Commission 2021, and hands-on training, according to the OECD 2020, what works better? Just write things down in classrooms. So in this slide, as we conclude, I'm gonna conclude this slide. The main topic of this slide was the financial training. So this is very important to give the financial training to the business owners and entrepreneurs. So how they're gonna manage all sort of things, and because this opening and running a business is not an easy task, there are a lot of things to cover. So I'm going to discuss next slide what how they're gonna struggle to get funding. So slide number 6, please. Yeah. Slide number 6. The title is why small businesses struggle to get funding. The first and the main reason is high loan costs. Many entrepreneurs find it hard to borrow money because interest rates are so high. Strict rules. Small businesses often can't get loans because they don't have enough income and find it hard to return these loans. So they need a proper credit history to get loans. If they don't have a good credit history, so it's going to be difficult for them to get loans. And so also there is another issue that cause struggle to get funding is a slow process. Loan applications are quite extensive and are too complicated. So many business owners give up, say because they look for the shortcuts and the easy process to just run their business. But this is a confusing process. So another big issue, as we discussed before, is a high loan costs. High loan costs discourage many entrepreneurs from borrowing because they think if we take a loan, then we have to pay a lot of interest on it. So this is very struggling situation for them. Strict rules mean they get rejected easily. So the rules must be like some easy for them. And the loan process is slow and confusing, causing many to give up and halfway. So these are the things I have discussed in my topics. The first of all, I discussed about the financial gaps. Then I discussed about the training. The training, I think, the training is the most important part. That when you're going to open a business, so you must need proper training, proper classes to manage your business. And after that one, I've explained why small businesses struggle to get funding. So there were main three issues: high interest rates, complicated process, and there should be some easy ways to get credit easily. So I'm gonna hand over to my next team member. That's all from my side, please.
Hi, I am Mazim Tiaz, student ID 230 38456. So I gonna be studying. I be discussing the new ways to learn about the money. So let's dive into some of the fresh fresh ways to level up your money skills. First, apps like Mint and QuickBooks don't just show a list of transactions, they categorize your spending automatically, sending you the alerts when you are close to a budget limit, and even suggest ways to save on recurring bills. And I am quoting this from the World Economic Forum 2024. Next, if you have ever wanted a structured course platform such as a Coursera or edX, let you learn at your own pace, often for free or just a small fee covering everything, like everything from basic budgeting or to advice investment strategies. And I am covering it from the Harvard Business School online 2019. And finally, nothing replaces the real world in hindsight. Joining the mentorship program or networking in the local business groups means you get the first-hand advice on pitfall to avoid a creative hacks that no textbooks covers. And the reference is SME Finance Forum 2024. So the question is, are OECD's programs effective? So now let's ask the tough question. Do large-scale programs like those from the OECD really move the needle? They are excellent at teaching concepts, interest rates, balance sheets, cash flow forecasts, but many learners report a gap when it comes to day-to-day financial survival. Entrepreneurs, in my opinion, like often finish these courses understanding the theory, yet it still struggle with the negotiating payments, terms, or handling the unexpected expenses in their local markets. So the question is like, what could make them better? Pair online modules, in my opinion, I give the 2 points. Pair the online modules with the local mentors who knows the regional regulations like culture norms and customer behaviors as well. And the second point, I be giving that incorporate hands-on the workshops, for example, group exercises. Participants build a mock budget of pitch for real micro grants or before going solo. So, why small businesses still struggle? It's a very important question. That why small businesses are still struggling. So even with the better learning tools, funding remains a hurdle. Traditional banks typically favor well-established firms with strong credit histories, leaving many startups out in the cold. So the key barriers include a lack of the collateral or formal financial records and high minimum loan amounts or like steep interest rates. So, but but there's a silver lining, like alternative financial is on rise. Our graph shows, you can see the graph. that shows that the crowdfunding campaigns and the micro loan approvals now outpace the traditional bank loan approvals by a significant margin, often by 10 to 15% points, offering the new pathways of ambitious entrepreneurs. So, in the now, if you look to the data analysis, do new ways of learning work about the money? Do the new ways of learning about the money work? So, to wrap up, are these new approaches actually paying off? So that's a question. The evidence says yes. Finance apps, uh, like even some of the artificial intelligence driven tools now provide the personalized tips, nudging users towards the better habits. So the mentorship remains the invaluable for its real world perspective, helping people avoid the common mistakes and adopt best practices to their own environment. And perhaps most importantly, the most importantly, best results come when you mix the online learning with hand-on practice. So you learn the concepts, then immediately apply them. So commenting both the knowledge and confidence for a long-term financial success. So now my other colleague will be discussing the last two slides.
All right, thank you. I am Arkam Aziz, and I'm gonna present slide 12, and that is financial literacy for entrepreneurs. All right, let's wrap it up with our findings. Now I'm gonna share some key takeaways with you. So first of all, we are having financial literacy is critical, but still hard to access. And apps are useful, but we need structured training. So these were our key takeaways. Now I'm gonna tell you some recommendations. So first of all, we are having policymakers add finance training to school curriculums as OECD 2023. And the next recommendation for the entrepreneurs, use technical tools and find mentors as World Bank 2022. And for banks as well, offer special loans that include training support as McKinsey 2023. So these three were the recommendations. And now I'm gonna tell you about some uncertainties. So first of all, we are having AI may shift how we learn finance. That is important. And number second uncertainty is economic changes can affect funding rules. So these are two uncertainties. And could you please turn slide number 13, please? So slide number 13 is how to solve funding problems. So now I'm gonna talk about some funding problems. So first of all, we are having final slide. How do we solve the funding challenge? Right. So to answer this question, I have got some key points. So first of all, the very first key point is new businesses struggle with getting funds. And the second key point, the bank loans are too hard to get, but other way exist. So these key points definitely help. So at the last, we are having some recommendations. So our recommendations are government should promote small loans like IMF like 2022. And the second recommendation would be banks should make the process easier. And entrepreneurs should look at crowdfunding or angel investors. So these are the recommendation. So if I wrap it up all the things that first I shared with you, some takeaways, some recommendations, and uncertainties. So that's all. Yeah, thank you very much.